Kaiden Hall just committed to Florida about 15 minutes ago, maybe closer to 20 now, but we're going to take a look at him. 2026 safety, 6'3", 195 for Milton, Florida. When I first saw Milton, I was thinking it was the Georgia school, the powerhouse, but it's actually a school in Pensacola. Not too familiar with them, but take a look. So with this angle, we're going to be able to see something. I know it's on offense, and we're going to try to watch him as a safety. You can just kind of see how big he is. He's not 6'3", he's not lanky. He's actually pretty filled out. A lot of these when I see 6'3", especially at safety, like just last year, I feel like every single one of them were just so skinny, and it was like, yeah, 6'3" is nice, but it's even nicer when kids got more of a linebacker build. Not that this kid has a linebacker build, but I'll tell you one thing, that when you watch these elite level, these high level safeties, they all do this at a very high level. This is the easiest thing for me to tell just how good a kid is how he kind of runs this alley. And yeah, I understand he's probably going to be more of a pass first guy, but I just think this is the best gauge of explosiveness that there is in football, to be completely honest. How a kid is when he's playing free safety, 12 yards from the line of scrimmage, how he's able to just fly downhill like that. So you can already check off the explosiveness box, because I think that's what we saw in that play there. Great piece of zone coverage here. So far on defense, we've really only seen run defense highlights. I don't even know what his responsibility was here. Again, we're not watching him to play receiver, but we're kind of seeing that explosiveness translate to the other side of the ball. We saw him run the alley, just how fast he was coming downhill. To be honest, the athletic part is just one aspect of that. To me, it's more the football IQ, if you will, because you tell these safeties to read pass first. So I think the kid got a quick trigger downhill. But watch the explosiveness here on the offensive side of the ball. Really good. I think it's a good release. Maybe not coaching wise. Maybe took a false step, but I do think this kid's pretty athletic in that regard. So if I was a defensive coordinator, if I was a linebacker coach, this is the kind of kid that I try to move to linebacker if he's on the roster and I see this kid with the D-backs. I'm like, I think this kid just got the frame and he's got the speed. That's what I think about him. But I'm gonna give him a 6 on the frame, 6 on 6 on the explosiveness, speed. Reason I say I think this kid's more of a linebacker at the next level, just not too sure about that track speed. Don't necessarily think he's a single high safety just because we didn't see it on the track on the field. And at the same time, I'm not too sure about him in zone, to be honest. But easy 6 on the physicality, and then we didn't really see too many ball skills. We'll give him a 5 for now. But this is a kid that I think ends up at linebacker. But if I'm wrong, I've been wrong many times. We'll be wrong again. If you guys disagree, please make your case why you think this kid's more of a safety or whatever. If I said anything you disagree with, or even if I said something that you agree with, I'd appreciate you letting me know that. But thanks for watching. Yeah, this kid's a good football player.